Loud Esmond here for Steer the Line, at Steer the Line, with Steer the Line, of Steer the Line, however you want to put it. Me and Steer the Line, pretty synonymous. And if you're watching this, you're at the Steer the Line YouTube channel, where you get my free picks and prognostications on mostly the NFL, a little bit of college football thrown in here and there just for the hell of it. Later in the season, probably bring you some hockey and some other things, maybe a little horse racing as that heats up. But right now, the NFL is the king of all betting. And later, you're going to want to go to steertheline.com starting about week 3 or 4 into the football season, because I'm going to have picks there and numbers that I get a analysis on from a premier global data management company. Just happen to have a relationship with them, so they do a little of this NFL analysis for me. And you're going to get an edge on some betting, because the line sometimes is a little bit more emotion and psychology than just straight numbers. And I like to take advantage of that when I can. Look, one of the main stories this offseason. Now, by the way, Christian Giordani
Yes.
joins us on the show this episode today. Christian, one of the main stories this offseason has been the Lamar Jackson non-contract extension. For whatever reason, that deadline is going to pass without him having a contract, apparently. And he's made it clear he's not negotiating during the season. So that's all just going to be sitting there, right? As weight during the season.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really weird, lingering thing for Ravens this season. It's gonna be hard for them to, you know, play with Lamar and him not knowing whether he's gonna stay in Baltimore or not this season. He was rumored to have around $230 million, a similar contract to Kyler Murray for about 4 to 5 years, and he just flat out said it on Twitter. They didn't offer me anything. It looks like the Ravens don't want him there long term, and it looks like Lamar's not going to be there long term. Whether
So
that's
here's what I see because of that. I think we're about to see one of the best seasons ever out of a quarterback in the NFL. I think he is going to go off because he's pushed all his chips to the center of the table and said, "Okay, I'm betting on me." And if he has a great season, he may just break the bank completely. Like, what is he, 25, 26?
yeah, he's around
Right?
that age.
Okay, 10-year contract, a $500 million guaranteed.
I'm
If Tua doesn't work out in Miami, right?
right.
If who's the long-term answer in Indianapolis right now?
I'm sorry.
Who's the long-term answer in Indianapolis right now? Nobody. So yeah, I think he's going to have a fantastic season, and that's why I think this game coming up this weekend is kind of easy to pick. On one side with the Ravens, you've got a guy who's probably going to be in the MVP chase all season long, and then you have Zach Wilson, who is supposed to be the quarterback of the Jets. He's probably not going to see the field until I'm hearing week 4. So you've got an aging veteran, Joe Flacco, who is statuesque and not in a good way. He's going to be a sitting duck in the pocket for that Ravens defense, and it's the most important position in the field. So you have this complete mismatch at quarterback. And yeah, the Jets defense is getting a little bit better under defensive-minded coach Robert Saleh, but they're still not as good as the Ravens defense. The Jets lost both the left and right tackle as questionable to play versus the Ravens on Sunday. And though they both might play, their game time decisions, it looks like, they're probably not 100%. That'll make things tougher for the running game. And the Jets have a couple decent runners in Breece Hall and Michael Carter, but the receiving core is just okay, with Elijah Moore being the best option, but it's not a unit that's going to scare most offenses. Now, the Ravens' running game took a hit with the injury to J.K. Dobbins, but even their fourth-string running back is Kenyon Drake, and that guy's capable of big games. You saw him do it in relief of Josh Jacobs for the Raiders last year in a few games. And the Ravens have a really good tight end in Mike Andrews, and Rashad Bateman is a legit number 1 receiver. Now, they have their own O-line issue with left tackle Ronnie Stanley probably not starting in this game. He's coming off a season-ending surgery last year. To me, this ultimately comes down to the Ravens just having a huge, huge advantage at the most important position on the field, which is quarterback. and they've got the better defense. The Jets are a work in progress. The Ravens are a playoff team. I think they easily cover 6.5, 7 points. I see this as like Ravens 31, Jets 17.
I agree with Joe Flacco being the starter this game, and Zach Wilson being out. I can't see them producing much offense, and they don't have a more than a mediocre wide receiver core.
Left and right are questionable.
Yeah, so I don't see them having. I don't see them winning any more. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Ravens easy in this one. All right, that's a pick here for Steer the Line going into your first NFL weekend. Christian, I appreciate you jumping on with me here. And, of course, you can always get more of me over at Winners and Winers at your YouTube page and see my premium picks over at winnersandwiners.com. All right, I'm Lon Esmond for Steer the Line.